It takes toughness to beat a tough team, and we were tough about 95% of the time, and the 5% that we weren't got us beat. From 2 turnovers to start the second half, giving up 2 layups on that end to get it right back to even, to missing free throws, late turnover, late offensive rebounds. You have to outwill the other team, and we did not outwill Butler. They outwilled us, and that's disappointing because our expectation is that we're tough for 40 minutes, not for 38 and a half and take a few seconds off here and there. So it's Butler played great down the stretch. We had a hard time stopping them. We had some decent looks. Austin got a wide open 3, but we're up 6, and we have the ball. They're up 4, and we have the ball, and we turn it over, and that turns into a 3-point play. And that's then the next possession we missed a front end of a 1-and-1. So you have to make winning plays, and we did not when the game was on the line.
Questions for the student athletes?
I guess to both guys, could you talk a little bit about what Coach just said about having to be tougher and just how disappointing it is to a couple of plays here and there makes the difference in that ballgame?
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Down the stretch, we just didn't make those winning plays like he was talking about. I missed a free throw. We had a turnover, and we had a couple just soft fouls to give them and ones down on the other end. They were the tougher team tonight.
Same thing like you said. It was a tougher team. They executed the plays, and they hit some tough shots towards the end of the game.
What was the, I guess, with 1.9, you're limited anyway. What were you, I guess, what kind of look were you guys hoping to get out of the long inbounds at the end?
We were hoping to get a shot up like we did, either from Dev or James. Will catching that outlet and then finding an open guy and just try to get a good look at the basket. So we did that. Just happened, just didn't hit the shot.
What you saw it developing, you had the last look at it. What did you think?
Well, I just, want 2 seconds a lot of time. So, I just wanted the ball at the end, and Will gave me a good pass, and I just, missed the shot. But it was a good play. We got the shot. So.
Austin, could you sense how much you were frustrating down there in the second half? Because the longest time he only had 2 points and only ended up with 6 after 13.
Oh yeah, definitely. He started pushing off a little bit, just getting a little chippier, and that's just a game of basketball. So he was getting a little frustrated when I was crawling up into him, but big hats off to them for hitting big shots, big time.
With late 6-point lead, did something change in the way you guys wanted to execute at the end, or did they just, like you guys said, step up a little bit?
Like Coach said, we had a costly turnover that turned into a 3-point play, and then they had another and one right after that, and then that just kind of just took away the momentum and got things rolling in their direction. Like you said, we just got to be tougher down the stretch and make winning plays.
I think we got a little antsy towards the end. We was up by 4, and we just, we could have just held the ball and raced out the clock, but so.
2 more for the student athletes.
You guys you tied with 29 rebounds apiece for both teams, but you couldn't get that big one at the end. Just talk a bit about the frustration that gave them another opportunity.
That's very frustrating. That was probably the biggest vocal point we were focusing on coming into this game is rebounding and trying to out-rebound Butler. And for them to get a second look at in the last shot of the game was very frustrating. Like I said, they were just a tougher team at that point, and we didn't make a winning play.
Just like you said, that's their strength, offensive rebounding, and they got the ball at the end. It was a little tougher towards the end. So.
Moving forward, you both had good games shooting the ball, and obviously it hasn't always been like that lately. I guess how do you both feel going forward, confidence-wise, and the way you can help in that area?
Confidence definitely feels good, but we just got to do everything we can, just try to get the team going in the right strides. It all starts on the defensive end, I think. So we just still got to focus defensively on the little things.
Just like you said, we gotta focus on defense, you know, and let offense come to us.
Thanks, guys. Continue. Coach McDermott?
You got some really good blocks that started picking their defense apart against the zone and whatever they were doing, and that's kind of when you jumped out ahead by a couple. What did you see there in your zone offense?
Well, when the ball went side to side, you know, and we got inside touches, whether it be to the short corner or the middle of the zone, good things happened. You know, and we didn't really turn the basketball over very much until, you know, we turned it over early in the second half, and then I think we only had one turnover till the costly one there late, and that was in transition. So at a time where we shouldn't have been in a hurry, for some reason we were in a hurry. But, you know, we did most things we did well enough to win against a good basketball team that doesn't beat themselves. If you're going to beat Butler, you got to hang with them on the boards and keep them off the offensive glass, which we did until the end, and then you can't turn it over. And for the most part, we didn't. So we did those two things. We just had to find a way to make one more play, and we couldn't do it.
Mac, you've talked all season about how the little margin for error that this club has. Is that illustrated by the inability not to get that rebound there at the end?
Yeah, I mean, I have to look what happened. You know, their point guard gets the rebound. You know, it's not like Woods went up to the top of the square and got it. There had to be a breakdown somewhere for him to get the ball. So, you know, Butler is a tough, hard-nosed, extremely well-coached team. And as I said, they're not going to beat themselves. You have to beat them. And we had numerous opportunities. And when we're going to miss the front end of a one-on-one and turn it over and give them a run out, we're beating ourselves. And that's discouraging.
Two games against obviously a nationally ranked team that's near the top of the conference. They're separated by only 5 points. Do you feel your team is close in that area as far as winning these type of games? Maybe if it
Well, we're
comes
close.
to
I
a
mean,
third
this is,
opportunity?
what is it, the fourth game we've lost and where we've led in the last minute, you know, so our last 30 seconds. So we are close, but it takes in this league this year, as good as it is, you've got to hook it up, not just every game, but every play. And we just went south enough plays, whether just relax for a second. And you know, those guys have played together long enough, and Dunham is, you know, he's a fabulous cutter. And, you know, he can make that pull up. And as soon as you relax for a second, he's going to make you pay. And as soon as you forget to block out, somebody on their team is going to make you pay, and that was certainly the case tonight.
What did you think about defense against Dunham?
I thought Austin played an overall really good game. To chase Dunham around for the entire game and exert as much energy as you have to do that, and still have a good floor game and make some shots for us, and, you know, be more like the Austin we've become accustomed to, was a credit to him. I know he's hurting that we didn't quite get this one done.
You obviously wanted to discuss something with the referee at the end. What were you
Well, we set a screen and he ran Austin over. So I don't, you know, there's nothing in the rule book that says it's not a foul because there's 1 second left. So I got to look at it. I don't know if he, you know, I was a long ways away. Obviously, they were right there and didn't think it was a foul.
The look you got from Devin, did you guys execute that play as well?
Well, you want to get a shot. You know, the first thing we were trying to do was get the foul and put Austin on the line with a chance to tie it. And also at the same time try to free up Ricky to have some room to throw it instead of having to throw it over Woods' wingspan. And you want to get a catch and a shot in that amount of time. And Will probably had time to catch it and come down and try to drive it and have time to get a decent shot. But, you know, he felt like Devin maybe had a look on the wing, and they did a good job of staying home and not giving up a very good shot.
You talked about Butler's toughness. Does Jones kind of personify that?
No question. He's you know, he's such a difference maker. You know, doesn't ever change expressions, just plays the game, defends, rebounds, you know, makes the right pass. And, you know, he missed, you know, we challenged him a fair amount, and he missed some of those shots, but when the game was on the line, you know, he made those shots.
I guess obviously you got a lot of time between now and the next one. Does this make it even sting a little more, the fact that you got 8 days before you play?
Yeah, you know, like we've done as a coaching staff all year, we have to pull some positives out of it. You know, we've had enough adversity that if you're just going to pull all the negatives out of every game, you're going to beat yourself up and you're not going to get any better. So we have to pull the positive things we did in this game out of this game, try to build on them. But we also have to look at that 5% of the time where I didn't think we were tough enough, and we have to try to fix it because our next 2 games are on the road in this league. You know, against 2 teams that are fighting for their life. So, you know, we'll take some time off. We'll get healthy. But we have an opportunity this week to really work on ourselves and try to clean up maybe some of these issues that keep cropping up. And you'd like to think in the 27th game of the year that they wouldn't show their face, but unfortunately they did.
At this point in the year, with an issue like toughness, how do you fix what should be?
You know, and it's don't get me wrong. We played a very good game. And there's very few games where you're happy with 100% of the plays, but they're magnified when you lose with 2 seconds left. A little play here and there that would have made the difference. So, you know, we played with more toughness than we did against Marquette, and we won that game. But you have to if you're playing Butler. I mean, you have to. If you don't, you're going to get punched in the nose, and you're going to be laying there bloody, and nobody's going to care. We fought through that for the majority of the possessions tonight. But I think to beat Butler, you've got to do it every possession.